I stumbled across some alarming research about ChatGPT. It essentially shows that the use of ChatGPT can lead to cognitive atrophy. That's a fancy word for saying that using ChatGPT can make you dumb. So today I want to share 3 ways on how you can use ChatGPT to ensure that that doesn't happen to you. Welcome to Coffee Chats with Chett. I'm Chett. I'm an executive working in the financial services industry, and this YouTube channel has really been born out of one of my passions, which is to help people chase their potential. And I'm really big about walking the talk instead of just talking. And one of the things that I talk a lot about is the importance of stepping out of your comfort zone. So being very vulnerable, me posting some of these videos is me stepping out of my comfort zone. So I'd really appreciate if you can give me some feedback in terms of what are you enjoying and what aren't you enjoying. And if you are enjoying it, please consider liking and subscribing, because that is the best form of feedback. And if I continue to see my numbers continue to climb, doesn't have to be a lot, but one by one, it really gives me that energy and motivation to know that I'm at least helping a few people along the way. So please consider hitting that subscribe button. So one of the studies that I read that I mentioned was really alarming was this MIT study that took about 4 months to complete with 54 students, and they split these students out into 3 different groups. The task was to write an essay, and one group wasn't allowed to use internet or ChatGPT. The second group was only allowed to use internet, and then the third group was only allowed to use ChatGPT. And so essentially what they did was monitor their neural activity with an EEG monitor so they can see various different brain waves. And turns out that there was reduced cognitive engagement in the group that used ChatGPT. And so while the ChatGPT users were able to complete the task 60% faster, their cognitive load fell by 32%, and 83% of the AI users were unable to remember anything that they had written down. And so when you think about it, when you reduce memory, concentration, and analytical skills, and so these are essentially all the skills that we can outsource to ChatGPT, essentially what happens is that starts to lead to reducing the cognitive processes in your brain. And in order to obtain and memorize things, you need cognitive processes to be firing, because it helps to create neural pathways within your brain. And so let's talk about 3 ways that you can use ChatGPT without this happening to you. So number 1, it's really your mindset around using ChatGPT. And so instead of using ChatGPT as basically a task executor for you, start to think about using ChatGPT as if it's a thought partner for you. And so one of the key prompts that can really help with that is by simply asking the question before you start working on the response, do you have any clarifying questions for me? And so this can help increase the overall focus of what you're asking ChatGPT to work on. And it starts to enable you to start thinking a little bit differently about using ChatGPT, again, not as a task executor, but more as a thought partner and a collaborator with you. Number 2, and so when you think about one of the important things that you need to do in order to obtain and maintain knowledge, is the importance of recall. And so when you're using ChatGPT now as a thought partner, when there is new information that you're pulling and putting into whatever you're creating, once you're done, take a moment. And I'm a big person, as you all know, I'm very big on the importance of reflecting and journaling. Reflect on what you just did. Reflect on what you learned. Reflect on some of the big takeaways. And then take a moment to practice teaching that to someone. Once you get to the level of being able to teach something that you've learned to someone else, That ensures that the pathways that you have created in your brain are more concrete, which sets you up in such a way to help maintain and retain that information in the future. The third thing that you can do is make sure that you critically challenge all of the information that you're getting from ChatGPT. So don't trust really anything that comes out of a first prompt. Make sure that you interrogate it, you challenge it, you question it, and you fact check it. This helps to ignite the critical thinking skills in your brain and those critical pathways to help make sure that you're not just prompting something and copy and pasting it and moving on, but really making sure that, again, you're using it as a thought partner to really criticize and critique the information in such a way to not only make sure that it is accurate, but also to make sure that you're interrogating in such a way that you're making it actually better than what it was if it was just one prompt copy and paste. And so this allows you to take something that ChatGPT may have produced, interrogate it, challenge it, and evolve it to something that feels more like yours versus something that's highly generic that was produced from ChatGPT. So those 3 easy things are something that you can do every single time. So treat it as a thought partner, really use it as a collaborator. Number 2 is recall. So making sure that you're testing yourself when you're learning something new and producing something out of this collaboration with ChatGPT. And number 3 is question everything that comes out of it to really ignite and fire that critical thinking skill in your brain, because all of these 3 things combined can help ensure that you are fighting any form of cognitive atrophy that could be taken place by using or overusing these tools. And so write those down, keep them beside you, and start practicing implementing those 3 easy things whenever you use GenAI. And so your coaching this week, pretty straightforward. I want you to pull up whatever GenAI application you're using, and I want you to start to practice those 3 things. So the mindset around thinking about it as more as a thought partner and a collaborator. Number 2, when you produce something out of GenAI, take a moment afterwards to reflect. What were the takeaways? What were the big learning points? And practice teaching that to someone else, because again, that's going to help you retain that information. And number 3, make sure that you're critically challenging and thinking about and questioning everything that's coming out of the application to not only make sure that it is accurate, but to evolve it into something that's better than what it would have originally produced. And it's starting to infuse some of you and your own thinking into the response. Thank you so much for joining me this week in Coffee Chats with Chett. If you found this video at all helpful, please let me know by liking this video. And I would very much enjoy seeing you each and every week. So please hit that subscribe button so that you would be the first to know when I upload a new video. I hope you have a really great week.